Welcome to How I Did It, the series where I break down some of my best Fortnite matches and analyze how I did it. I'll take apart the key plays that make me win the games, so that you can learn from them in the process and win more games yourself. My name is TSK, and on this channel I analyze every single thing about Fortnite Zero Build gameplay. My goal is to become the best together with you guys. So, you guessed it guys, for this one we dropped back on the dam bridge. It is still easily my favorite drop of this season, mainly because of its close proximity to the Nitro Drome. Because as you guys know, my first goal is to get the Mythic Boomboat and the Infinite Ammo Medallion you also get at the Nitro Drome. However, I don't want to drop just on it, because there's too little loot and too many enemies, which is why I choose the dam bridge here. The thing is, however, this time I noticed somebody actually dropped here with me, which forced me to be way more alert than usual. And after quickly picking up some initial loot, I find a flowberry fish, quickly pick it up and get back into hiding here. And as I'm starting to shield up, I make a plan in my head. I know this place inside out, and I know this guy will be looting the other building over here, which can be quite a tricky high ground to push. However, I got the flowberry fish. So instead of fully shielding up in cover, instead I choose to push forwards using the extra jump height I get to jump on the first high ground. Then after seeing the footsteps and realizing he's gonna be on top, I jump above him, mantle on the high ground on his roof where he doesn't expect me at all, jump down, instantly hit him with the shotgun. He's completely confused. I switch over to the SMG, use another jump to get a crazy angle yet again, hit him with an insane burst and quickly finish the fight. I absolutely love how I use my flowberry fish here to confuse my enemy as much as possible. This is something you should always do when you think about your movement. The key thing that makes good movement good is that your enemy will not expect it and thus cannot shoot you properly. I knew this guy is not gonna expect me above him since he knew I was below him before, which is exactly why I went for this play. After I finish up looting, I of course make my way to the Nitro Drome, where I already heard a lot of fighting. End up spotting a guy just as I arrive, but I'm at the perfect distance to shoot with my purple thunderburst and quickly get rid of him. If I felt threatened here, I would have taken cover behind the rock. However, since I know there's not much loot in the Nitro Drome at all and this guy just came out of a fight, I felt no threat and went for the straight up fight. I would not have done this play if I knew this guy is full HP and is looted. Keep this in mind. This guy had a tri-beam laser, which is actually my favorite long range weapon of the season. So I picked that up as I see somebody's already doing the boss. And this guy is doing the boss with his car. But guess what? We looted some EMP grenades. So I go in for the push, knowing that this guy also will not have any loot, since he's probably just been in the ring here. And yeah, I hit him with the EMP, hit him with another, just in case he still has some shield left. However, this guy is completely confused. I shoot him in the head and he's dead. I pick up some shockwaves so I have some movement and then go on the boss. After finishing the boss, I see some footsteps. But as I start shooting, I realize, okay, this is only the boss guards. But then I see footsteps from the other side, jump down, and as I shoot him, I also realize, yeah, this is also just a boss guard. However, I see a car approach me once I hit the low ground here. I try to jump back up, but miss the jump. And as I see him below the staircase here, I try to go for a shot, however, instantly gets third-partied. And within a fraction of a second, I decide it's time to run, because two enemies have an angle on me. And of course, I don't want to take that fight. So instead, I reposition, take a high ground, and try to make sure I separate my enemies. As I jump down, I see him down below, and I'm on the perfect distance from my combat shotgun, so I feel confident I can quickly get rid of him. I do just then pick up his shield, but as I do, the third party arrives again. I quickly healing cover, pick up the boombolt again, and climb back to the high ground. I jump around the corner and hit him with a nice little jump shot here, and now I really like my play here. I know that this guy will be to my right when I go around the corner, which means I will have a left side peek. I don't want that. So instead, I use my shockwave grenade to fly above the spot I would have normally engaged the fight to get a right side peek myself. However, this guy went into his car, but still, having the right side peek here allowed me to get some initial damage on the car. I blow it up and quickly finish the fight as well. Having some tools against cars is absolutely crucial. I personally can highly recommend going for the Mythic Boomboat and Infinite Ammo combo. EMPs are also a great alternative, however, they do run out. And after heating up on the cactus, I get pushed by this car here. Hit it once before I climb on the high ground, because cars, of course, can't get you on a high ground. If you have the opportunity, always take a high ground if you get pushed by a car. Hit the car a couple times, make it explode, which damages the guy as well. And as I switch high grounds, I see that he climbed inside the Nitro Drome here. Hit him once with my laser before I switch to my boomboat here. Hit him with a direct hit, make that two, and he's out. And honestly, there wasn't too much tactic to this fight. Apart from that, my initial strategy, meaning going for the Mythic Boomboat, allowed me to explode his car on distance, which forced him to take cover nearby. And then, of course, with good aim, I got rid of him. And as I'm trying to loot him, I get pushed by a guy with a guitar. I react by instantly throwing down a shockwave grenade on us both because I was at a huge disadvantage here. I switch to the Thunderburst as he's desperately trying to run from me. I keep chasing and finish the fight. I realized that this guy was already in panic mode and he also used his guitar, and that probably means he was fleeing from a different guy. So I check out the direction where I know he came from, and guess what? I spot the guy, I pull out my laser and absolutely demolish this player. Pay attention to your surroundings and enemy movement. Sometimes this way you can even make out movement of other players. I instantly get third party here and get hit pretty hard. So again, instantly throw the shockwave, mid-air switch to my boom bolt, and this is honestly a really easy shot from up top because the explosion damage will almost always hit the enemy if you just shoot in the general direction. End up hitting him for 77 damage, which allows me to take a small breather here before I rotate back to this little cactus here. I see that he's pushing me with Nitro Fist, so I do the same play again. I use the shockwave. I have a worse angle here this time, so I miss my boom bolt. However, after sliding over, I hit him with a headshot with the boom bolt for 79 damage before I push with another shockwave. I see him shockwave up, hit him with some damage, get some more distance, switch to the Thunderburst, hit him for more damage as he falls down and dies to fall damage. I of course want the Nitro Fist, but as I go in, I see footsteps again. I get pushed, I'm forced to run, and again, knowing where the next cactus is allows me to heal up for free here a little bit. I hit him once with the laser while he's pushing me, one more time mid-air as he's running with the guitar. In all of these encounters, I really like how I instantly reacted with using shockwaves whenever I felt like I was at a disadvantage. Use movement this way all the time. If you feel like a fight is not going your way, move around until it is. Don't just accept the fact that the fight maybe started with the enemy doing 100 damage to you and try to like just outgun him afterward. Most of the time that's not gonna happen if you're not playing against an absolute bot. As I get back to the cactus, I spot a guy in the distance and hit him with some really nice shots here with my laser. So I use the Nitro Fists and the zipline here to get closer a bit. I see that the car is chasing the guy. Put some damage on the car and again end up hitting the player as well for a little bit of damage as I decide it's time to push closer. And guess what? I spot him running and track him down really nicely here with my laser. And here you can really see the power of hit scan. I doubt I would have done much damage with any other gun here to him and end up getting a free elim here. Okay, let's skip a little bit further. And as we're nearing the end game, I'm gonna be hunting down cars again. Put some damage on this guy before I upgrade my Thunderburst as it was missing a laser. Before I get back into a fight with the next car, he does a really crazy maneuver mid-air here, but I end up destroying the car anyways. Try another jump shot with my Nitro Fist boombolt combo, but I don't see the guy anymore. However, I get shot from the left side instead. Hit him with a direct shot with my boombolt as I decide to push him. However, he reacted nicely and uses his Nitro Fist to run from me. However, I am desperate for this kill and I keep chasing him for a long time here. Almost catch him at the small building here. However, he did some really cool moves and is fleeing towards the gate. I hit him a couple more times. Chase him through the gate as well. Hit him one more time with my shotgun, but this guy just keeps running and running and running, and eventually after a couple more shots he makes it through the next gate, and I'm kind of done chasing this guy at this point. Try to follow him through the gate, but I completely lost track of him. And honestly, I really like his play here. He was at a huge disadvantage and he did not go for the stupid play, which is fight anyways. He tried his absolute best to stay alive, which is what Battle Royale is all about. You have to stay alive at all costs, even if you look like a pussy doing so. And as I try to get some shots on this guy in the distance, a car comes out of nowhere and almost runs me over right away here. He does a sick turn and hits me once a little bit, gets out of the car and gets some huge damage on me, which means I'm gonna be on the other end of this play now and I'm gonna have to start running. However, I decide to take my stand on this little rock here as I'm gonna have a huge advantage on him while he's pushing me here. However, instead another guy shows up with his car. I shoot it, he gets out as well, and I'm panicking at this point. Use my movement to get away, but I'm completely out of dashes, which means I have to hide below this tree for a while. And yeah, I have no shield at all in my setup, which is the obvious big weakness of my build. So I'm gonna be forced to run and try to get some shield/heal. But another car shows up. However, I'm able to evade it here. The issue is though, the zone is coming in. I take the zipline and yeah, my only goal right now is to get some healing. Spot a building here, head over, and thankfully do find some shield and some food here. And after healing up, it's time to rotate into the zone as we are deep in the end game now. And after rotating some more, I spot a guy on this insane high ground over there. Can't seem to get any shots in, and the zone is moving again, so I'm in trouble here. I use my fists not to rotate into the zone right away, but I'm taking a huge circle around this enemy, as I know again he has an insane high ground on me. So I'm trying to take a route here that allows me to evade him. However, spots footsteps outside the zone next to me, switch to the Thunderburst and hit him with some really good damage here and quickly get rid of him. Struggling a bit here to get into the zone as I hear shots above me. I look over and see that he actually eliminated somebody behind me here, which might have very well been the guy from the high ground earlier. And after using my Nitro Fist once to get higher, I decide it's time to sneak this guy. I'm being very cautious and patient here because I don't even have full shield and this guy has a high ground on me. However, I also know that I have to get rid of this guy if I ever want to make it to the zone, because otherwise he's gonna shoot me in the back. He shows himself. I hit him with a crazy flick to the head for 156 damage, which of course allows me to push, and I easily finish him with my combat shotty here. Not gonna lie, that was just a crazy shot. Not an insane amount of tactics going into this fight, apart from of course me sneaking up the mountain instead of running. If I ran, this guy's gonna know that I'm coming, he's gonna be prepared, and he's gonna shoot me on the way up. Instead, he got caught by surprise hard here, which I guess, yeah, is also part of tactics, for sure. I spot a car go behind this rock over there, start shooting it, and somehow end up getting an elimination right away from this, which did surprise me. As I see guitar lines in the air, I realize somebody is behind me here. Try to shoot him, but this guy is really far away. Hit him once, try to abuse my high ground slightly more before I'm forced to move. Try to get a couple more shots on him, but do end up missing. Before I use my Nitro Fist to chase this guy in his car, I hit it twice, he gets out and runs away. And honestly, I'm pretty thankful he did that because I was not in the zone and I didn't have much cover at all. I check if there's any enemies behind. There's not, so I'm chilling for the moment. And as always, in these very endgame situations, okay, you want to stay out of fights as much as possible unless you can really catch someone out of position, okay? I see this building down below there, look at the map and figure this could be a spot in the next zone. So I decide to just check if somebody's in there with my crossbow, and to my surprise, yes, there's somebody there. And now you see some bad shooting for once. First, I was gonna make sure that he can't get back in by destroying his cover, but to my surprise, he was just pushing me right away. And honestly, I just didn't see it coming. I tried to shoot him with my boom bolt here, and honestly, the shots aren't too far off, but I should have just used my Thunderburst on this distance. Yeah, but like in my mind, I was still shooting at the guy in the distance because that's where he should have like just stayed because he has the zone. So I was just mentally not prepared for his push. Should have used the Thunderburst 100% here. Please hit him one time with my laser here as he gets away. I rotate in, I spot this car up there and wanna check if there's somebody inside. Hit it once, but nope, no damage on any player, so I know nobody is in. And I'm rotating up the high ground here. Could have just as well gone down below, but if I do that, of course, if someone's on the high ground, he's gonna get a shot on me. I hear fighting up here, see one guy leave with the Nitro Fists, and again go back into stealth mode, aka crouch, so that they doesn't see my footsteps. Try to hit him with the boom mode, miss, switch to the shotgun, and this guy is completely panicking for some reason, and I get a free elm. And now I know the last two players are gonna be down below here. I start shooting them with my laser. See the other guy pushing, he instantly gets eliminated, and I'm outside the zone. So what I do, I use my Nitro Fist to get on top of this building because I know I'm gonna have a sick high ground on this guy. Put some good damage on him. See, he's down below, so I dash behind him, hit him with the dash, do a 180, and finish the game. I really enjoyed this game because there was just so much fighting happening from start to finish, and I really like how I played this endgame, and these endgame situations can be very tricky. So I hope you learned something from this. Biggest takeaway I think personally is use your movement if you're at a disadvantage to reset the fight. That's probably the key aspect that made me win here, to be honest. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.